It's April 19th, 2024. It's This Week in Comics Friday Recap. Welcome back to This Week in Comics on the This Week in Entertainment channel here on YouTube. Now remember guys, today is the Friday recap. I'm going to go through all the issues that I got this week. Honestly, it was kind of a big week for me, although there was a lot of second printing, third printing, fourth printing, a lot of different printings this week of other books. So if you're missing any of your Ultimate books, Ultimate X-Men, Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate Black Panther, a lot of second, third, fourth, fifth printings are out there this week, but let's dive into my books. Alrighty guys, we got Black Widow and Hawkeye number 1. I went Hawkeye and Black Widow number 1. Now, guys, I like both of these characters. This book is entertaining enough. It's not exactly the most hard-hitting book in the world. It's kind of a standalone story involving these two characters, but I like these two characters. So if you're thinking, like, should I read this as a casual fan? I would be a fan of Hawkeye and Black Widow if you're going to pick this book up. But I do like it, and it's Clint Barton's Hawkeye, just as a heads up as well. Alrighty, guys, I have Ultimate Black Panther number 3. This is the variant cover. You know me, I like the variants and the B covers because everybody wants the A's. But Ultimate Black Panther, this has been, let's see, Ultimate Spider-Man's great. Ultimate Black Panther is right up there as well. So, guys, honestly, I've never read a Black Panther book, but I love this book. So, if you're not reading it, if you want to get in on the Ultimate line, definitely check this book out. Don't exclude it just because maybe you don't read the mainline series. Obviously, I don't understand everything that changes between the mainline and the Ultimate series because I don't read the mainline series, but it's entertaining. Trust me, Killmonger, Storm, a bunch of people in there. Alrighty, guys. What If Venom number 3. Now, this is not a bunch of what if issues in the What If Venom. It's an overarching plot that starts in What If Venom 1, and it's going to go through number 5, I believe. So, I would definitely check this out. You get to see the symbiote take over Doctor Strange in this issue, so it's definitely something to behold. Alrighty, guys. Tom King's Helen of Windhorn number 2. Now, I've seen some criticism that Tom just likes to write his strong female characters as drunks, you know, who kind of stumble about and swear and stuff like that. And there's some validity to that. However, this book is really entertaining, and I'm super curious where Helen's adventure with Barnabas is going to go in issue 3. So, as much as I want to discredit Tom sometimes and say he gets a little wordy, I do enjoy this book, and I did not feel bored by it and was intrigued throughout. There's a different book by him that we'll get to that, you know me, I'm not gonna be a big fan of it. Alrighty, guys, Cobra Commander number 4. Now, this continues the storyline as we're kind of building to get to the main G.I. Joe storyline. And, guys, these issues have been great. The Kirkman version of this entire universe has been awesome. You should check out all the books. Go Void Rivals, Transformers, Duke, and Cobra Commander. Duke and Cobra Commander are going to end. The other two are going to continue. Hopefully G.I. Joe by Kirkman will join in that fray as well. Alrighty, guys. Animal Pound number 3. Another Tom King book, honestly. Excuse me. Animal Pound number 3. Now, guys, this isn't an adaptation of Animal Farm, but set in a dog pound. And this is not the Tom King book that I'm going to insult. It actually covers quite a bit of story in every issue. So while it does take a little bit to read because there's a lot of words, there's a lot of, you know, voiceover boxes, talking, things like that, there's a lot that's accomplished in that, so it's hard for me to hate on it. I actually really enjoy this. Curious what the fallout of Piggy doing what he did at the end of the episode to the rabbits is, but it'll be interesting. Alrighty, Quick Stops, Volume 2, number 4. I believe this is the end of the Quick Stop stories. Maybe there's one more. I could be wrong on that. But this, if you're a Kevin Smith fan, View Askew, The Askewverse, anything like that, tell him Steve Dave, anything. Alrighty, guys. Now we have Hellblazer, Dead in America, number 4. I struggle with John Constantine. I sometimes love his character so much. I love stories involving Constantine. I just think writers sometimes struggle to provide him with the correct template and material to make his stories interesting. Not the case here. This book's been great. Dealing with Dream, dealing with the Sands from Dream's Sack, you know what I mean? And all of the Sandman universe, all of that stuff. This book has been amazing. This is the variant cover as well. So John Constantine, Hellblazer, Dead in America, number 4. Definitely check this out. Pick it up. I know they've been doing second printings of these issues because they are such quality. Alrighty, guys. Next up, Batman Off-World number 4. It's interesting when a book comes out way after the fact and you see previews for issues that have already come out. But Batman Off-World number 4, it's a good Batman story. It's not the best Batman story. It's interesting that it's set during his first or second year in Gotham, and just of how that would actually factor in. Not that that really matters. Who cares on continuity on an off-world story like this? It is pretty awesome, though. It's fun. It's got a little bit of a love story to it. It's got a lot of action. It's got Bruce doing what Bruce does, which is he won't leave anybody who needs help behind. So Batman Off-World number 4, another good issue. It's not great, but it is good. Alrighty, guys. James Bond 007 number 4. This is being currently written by Garth Ennis. It's piggybacking off of what happened at the end of the last miniseries. I definitely would jump in if I were you guys. This version of it has had way better art and has been way more violent in some ways than other Bond issues. Not necessarily this issue, but like this storyline in general has been way more violence forward than other issues before it. It's a great book. You know me, I'm a sucker for James Bond. It could be a bad book and I'd read it, just like Hawkeye, Black Widow. I'm reading this character no matter what. Alrighty, Avengers Twilight Book 5. Guys, this is the best Avengers book out there. We find out what H-Day is actually about at the end of the issue. We see the new Avengers form. We see the new Red Skull. We see everything. So if you're not reading Avengers Twilight, it might be a little too late to get all the issues. You definitely should check it out if you can find all the issues. Otherwise, be ready for the trade paperback on that one for sure. Alrighty, guys, Spider-Boy number 6. Now, you know this is my favorite Spider-Man book that's out there right now. Bailey Briggs is awesome. I love all the side characters, all the different things that happen. We get a little bit of insight into Madam Web in this issue, and it just keeps chugging along. This is the best Spider-Man book out there. I read Amazing Spider-Man number 47. Holy crap, does that book suck. And even though I'm going to read 48 to see what's up with Hallows Eve, it still sucks. Alrighty, guys. Jay Garrick's The Flash number 6. This ends Jay Garrick's The Flash and kind of sets up what's to come after this, and I'm curious what's going to happen with Dr. Elemental. I'm curious who stepped in right there. What is the new golden age, if you will? But a great Jay and Judy story. I really enjoyed this book. The art was cool. The story was really well told. It's interesting having a really old man have a really young daughter that he finds out was displaced through time. Like, time travel, Flash, old Flash at that. Great book. Next up, we have Captain Marvel number 7. Now, you guys know I'm a sucker for Alyssa Wong's writing. I know some people don't like her, but wah, get over it. I like this book. Her writing tends to breeze along easily. It's an easy read. It's entertaining. It involves a lot of different novels, honestly, in this one. A lot to do with the undead or the undying, all that stuff. So check this out, guys. The Omen is coming through here. Uni Yang, Captain Marvel. Sorry, I'm just spitting things out that happened in the book. I don't really want to give too much away, but big ending for sure. Captain Marvel number 7, another quality issue. I'm a sucker for Alyssa Wong's writing. I know. I really do like her writing. Ugh. Wonder Woman number 8. Half of this story is really good. And it's super interesting to see Diana domesticated using almost like an evil magic thing. Stop having the Sovereign do his stupid voiceover. I cannot stand it. The start of this run has been so bad. Like, if there's 2 standalone issues, the issue where they're going to get Bruce's gift and the issue where they're helping the cancer kid. Amazing issues. Everything else about this book has been bad. And I love Tom King, but it's been bad. It's not good. I'm sorry. It's just not good. Alrighty, guys. Green Lantern War Journal number 8. As the trials and tribulations of John Stewart continue, Varan, this is the Undying. I messed that up with Omen and Captain Marvel back there, but he's dealing with the Undying and all that stuff. Now, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not the biggest John Stewart fan. I've stuck with this for a while to see if it overarched into the other Green Lantern. It kind of did this issue, and I'm curious if all of it's going to kind of coalesce into one big Green Lantern event, and I hope it does. So I am going to stick with it, but this is the weaker of the Green Lantern books, and if there's a Green Lantern book you don't need to read, it's War Journal. If you love John Stewart, though, you will like this book. It is well done. It's a little out there for me, if I'm going to be honest with you. Alrighty, guys, we have Titans number 10, and I'm sure you're like, wait, Monsieur Mala? Brain? Titans number 10? This is just the April Fool's variant. I thought it was so funny. I love Brain and Monsieur Mala. I think there's such... And honestly, Mike Spicer and Maria Wolf did such a great job on this cover. I couldn't pass it up. Titans continues its run with Raven, Evil Raven, the Dark Queen. she's getting ready to build her crown now. She sees how she's going to do it. Obviously, we have Rachel as one of them. Now we have Trinity as the other. Who's going to be one of the other points of the crown? Is it going to be somebody else from the Titans? I mean, honestly, I don't know. But this story's kicking into high gear. There's definitely fallout from both the Nightmare Stone way back when, Dr. Hate, all that stuff, Beast World. Everything's been connected so far, and I do enjoy that it has been. And last but not least, we have Giant Size Hulk #1. Now, guys, I like to say that Philip Kennedy Johnson's work on Hulk, which I said this last week, is sort of like a new show I like on CBS called Tracker, where, there's sprinklings of an overarching plot, and there's different things that it's like, oh man, that might take an episode or two to resolve, but each episode has a story that gets resolved in and of itself. It's entertaining. It slightly moves the story forward, but it's more of a case of the week kind of thing. This issue continues that trend with Giant Size Hulk, as Charlie's still stuck in doll form from last issue. Sorry, spoiler. And Banner's on a train. There's a traveling ghost that wants her soul. They battle. It's another great Banner, Hulk, Mother God, all these undead things coming for Hulk. Again, all plays out here. I think we have Hulk 372 as the backup story by Peter David. So if you're reading the main Incredible Hulk story and you're thinking like, oh man, I don't need to pick up Giant Size Hulk. No, you do. This is the next chapter. So definitely pick that up. Alrighty, guys. That does it for this week. Now, if you're in Bakersfield, I think Stockdale High has a free Comic-Con this weekend. There will be a booth there set up for Mega City 2. If somehow you see this and somehow you get there, you should mention that you saw it on the video. That would be, it'd be hilarious to me because I don't know who's really watching, let's be honest here. Another great week of comics. Next week, I think it's another big week. It's never not a big week, but I'm getting better at kind of paring down some of the series that we want. Like I said, Green Lantern War Journal would be on that cut line this week. It would have been the book I cut, but I do think it's going to factor into the main Green Lantern story, and I do want to stick with it until that ends. But this week is over. DoorDash, get your stuff together. Let's fade to black and hit the music.